Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Clemson Tigers taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hurricanes will put total leather and we'll get started. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Out of the gun to give to the back. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Third down play from the gun. Throws for the tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just put it away and see if you can regroup, because this...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Miami! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. Clemson jumps to the line. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times now they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas. And that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is this tempo, trying to wear you out. And they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB, and so many things to look at.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Little. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give...
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after they make play up top.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So,
and precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. First down here for the offense. He'll do it himself. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all of the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Washington. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Power football with the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Wiggles free. He's got it along the sidelines. Foot inbounds, and it's a 1st down.
That is going to drive this defensive play. It's a lot of DCs. They focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Quickly complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Alexander. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
A run for the quarterback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. on the inside handoff to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the back. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback on the keeper. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Tigers in the hurry up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on second down. The give to the tailback. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Using his legs, it's Alexander. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Back open in the middle. And the defense drags him down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28, at It's first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care if I did it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Holds and fires complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, King!
I love running backs that have a nose for goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6. Let me go celebrate with you boys.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Clemson is quick to the line.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. A strike downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They keep attacking through the air. Working that left side now. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He's got it on the move. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. You can hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. missed on the connection, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the try is no good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. You're still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Washington. He's got the back in the middle. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. He looks that one in nicely. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes a move. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Clemson has their paws on it. They'll send out the offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you've got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
And he reels it in inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Might be looking to run. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Offense set on first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Line getting set on second down. the shotgun. They go to the ground. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Looking deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Catch in the middle. It's Cherry. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't dead.
Well, they haven't been able to get it done on fourth down so far today. They've missed on their first two attempts. Is the third time the charm.
And how nice is it then to have a big physical quarterback like this guy, right? You got fourth and short, quarterback sneak. Everybody knows it, but he's just plowing into that offensive line and driving his legs, pushing forward to pick up the first down.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. No huddle offense to the line. Right back to the well. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. Trying to pound it in. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Runs through a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll finish the run out the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Getting aggressive here and going for two. Gets it out quickly. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going to go, why do you run the route short? You know, like you got to run that route into the end zone so when he catches it, he gets credit for the two-point play. But they're stopped short, no points.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking left. Got him downfield. And stampeding through the defense. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
Shows off another move and gets down to the 33-yard line.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Tough. much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the team.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Hit the afterburners kick, and finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify how much this guy has meant to his offense running the football. Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with a target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Washington. Gets away. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
But how about the strong safety on that blitz? Great job timing it and also getting to the quarterback. Sometimes you're going to have to negotiate around tight ends and running backs, and that strong safety, he just beelined into the backfield.
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Western Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows we're getting. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. They'll go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll throw it. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football, and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You can tell. They had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Washington. Got his man on the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket? You've got time to throw. You got a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
He leaves it with his back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. He's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one. On that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
The Canes are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got 8 on 1st down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll pull it on the read. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The give as they work on that clock. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, and they convert. Oh, look out, there he goes. Touchdown, Canes. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the picture. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clemson jumps to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They're trying to get to it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incompletion brings us to 2nd and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Miami! And the defense doing work. They built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. What a play by the defense there. Loose football, country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense.
It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You gotta stop turning the football over.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the deep shot. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll keep it himself. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Let's see what they've got on second down.